Morning, welcome back to my channel and another video. First, can I apologise for the lack of videos. There is a reason why. As I mentioned in the last but one video, my lad's doing his exams at the minute, and basically he just hasn't had time to do anything. He's got his head down into the books and he's getting everything sorted for his exams, bless him. So that's the reason for the lack of content. I mean, I have made videos, but it's up to him to upload and edit, etc. But he's been a busy little chap. Other news, this will probably be one of the last videos I do for about a month, as tomorrow is my last day driving. I don't mean last day as in last day forever. I'm actually getting in for a operation on Monday next week, so I'm going to be laid off work for probably 3 to 4 weeks. Now, what I'll try and do is, people keep asking for a review on my Z900, my Kawasaki. Obviously I won't be able to ride it because I'm having quite a big operation on my stomach, so I could probably do a walk around video, giving my thoughts on what I like about it and what I don't like about it, and try and compare it. I think a good idea, put the Suzuki GSX-R 600 next to it and do a video on both. You know, the pros and cons of owning a sports bike, you know, and a normal motorbike, you know. So yeah, that I could do. I've also met a couple of my subscribers at the Hinkley Motor Show that I attended last week, which was good to meet you. Thank you for popping along and saying hello. They've asked for a video on the Subaru. Again, I could do that. Obviously I won't be able to drive it. I've been told I can't drive for 3 weeks, hence why I won't be in the truck. But you know, at the end of the day, my health comes first, so I've got to have the operation. It's not without its complications, but hopefully we'll all be good. We'll come out the other side and we can crack on. Now, down to business. As you know, I'm a tramper, which means I'm out a week. I eat, sleep and do everything in this truck, like millions of other trampers up and down the Fairland. A bit of an issue last night. I put my dinner in the microwave and the microwave just gave up. Now, to be fair, when one of the drivers left the company I work for, he did give me the microwave out of his truck because I didn't have one at the time, and that was about 8 years ago. And yeah, it's been a good microwave. Obviously run it off the inverter, so I do all my meal prep. I batch cook during the week, as I've explained in other videos. I have the Gusto box, etc. And it just makes my life easier. So the microwave went kaput last night, so while I'm off, I'm going to have to try and source a new microwave. So I got to thinking, I thought of doing a few videos on things that are advertised for use in microwaves, you know, like omelette makers, different things like that. I'm aware you can get something to put in your microwave where you can make boiled eggs. So, and as a tramper, anything that can make my life easier and I can cook different foods can only be a good thing. So I gave my lad a challenge. I got him to try and find me something different to use in the truck to make myself a hot meal of an evening, especially now the winter nights are drawing in. Obviously we all know it's getting darker now in the mornings and the evenings are drawing in, so I don't really want to be cocking about wandering off to find a Chinese. So yes, you can do Just Eat. I do have a Just Eat now and again, which is nice, delivered to the truck, no problem at all. But it's when you're stuck out in the middle of nowhere. So I gave my lad a challenge to find something that's under 20 quid. Obviously we've got to set limits, to make me a hot meal in the cab. And after much toing and froing and searching Amazon, eBay, Etsy, Shein, Temu, etc., he found this. Right, so it is a microwave toasty maker, microwave cooking with a crunch, and you've got some spiel on the box saying fast toasting in just minutes, dishwasher safe, compact, easy to store, thermowave technology for even cooking. Right, so I'm skeptical, shall I say, for two reasons. I'm aware, and you should all be aware, that you can't put metal in a microwave oven because it ends up like November the 5th. But apparently I've done some research on this item and they actually work. So the plan is, I'll do an unboxing now. Obviously it was delivered to where I'm running out of regular. Unfortunately I haven't got any bread or cheese or anything to try it, but I will try it. I'll probably try it at home and do a video at home about it, and we'll do a bit of an unboxing and see what this is all about. And this was, I think it was about $19.99, something like that, so just shy of 20 quid. As I say, I'm skeptical about it. I'll read you some spiel off the back. It says, create delicious toasties and more right in your microwave. No bulky, tough to clean sandwich makers needed. Clever micro toasties, compact design is easy to store, and the whole thing is dishwasher safe for easy cleanup. No preheat necessary, just get toasting. Versatile, makes toasties, paninis, bagels, waffles, stuffed croissants and more. Now I'm not sure if you could fit a croissant in it. It doesn't look big enough for a croissant, but that's what it says. Easy clean and dishwasher safe, non-stick. You get in a box, 2 silicons casings and 2 grill plates. Okay, and there is a bit of bump there, I don't know if you can see that, to download some recipes. Yeah, so we'll do a little unboxing, see what we get for his 20 quid, and yeah, we'll have a look. Right, so here we are. That is the thing. Yeah, not a lot on the box, just a couple of pictures, who distributes it, made in China obviously, and then a bit of bump on the back about what it's all about. This, I've no idea what thermowave technology is, but if you can read that, we'll see. So, what do you get in the box, I ask you, say? Let's whip it out and have a look. Apologies for the box being wrecked, but my boy was overexcited. Right, there's no instructions. So this is what you get. Right. So I'm assuming the things are inside. Ah, there we go. I don't know if that's picking up very well, but that's metal. And I think that comes off, I'm sure it does. There we go. So what you get is this silicone case, which that slots into. I think it's yeah. So that goes in there like that. That's in. Let's get the corners in. There we go. So I'm imagining this is to stop you burning your hands. Right, so you obviously get that side, a little instruction. We make cooking fun. I'm sure you do. And then there's pictures of, let me just turn some lights on, see if that improves it. Just bear with me. Let's turn this big LED. Ah, there we go. That might be a bit better. So there you are. It gives you a bit of information. And the instructions, the important bit, get right around you off. So yeah, how to use, pop in the microwave, and you have a toaster. Tells you the oven times there. Okay, so that's that, and this is the results. Now I'm sure it's never going to look like that, and then obviously there's a thing you can download for recipes, etc., but we're not interested in that. And that's the bottom. So obviously it comes in 2 pieces. I assume they go together like that, and then Oh, the wrong way round. Oh, I see. And then that clips over the top of there. That one clips over the top of there. And that's it. That's what you put your sandwich in. Now, I think that looks a bit small for a normal run-of-the-mill slice of bread. I could be wrong, but I think you'd have to cut the crusts off. It feels quite heavy, to be honest. So yeah, you just unclip them and there you go. But like I say, they're metal. And I always thought that you put metal in a microwave, you get fireworks. But apparently I did a bit of research and this is a different kind of metal. I thought all metals were the same, but it's something to do with the steel content or something. I've no idea. I'm not a scientist. So the videos I've watched on these, I've watched a couple of videos and they say you need to make your toasty as you do, 2 slices of bread with your filling in, but you need to butter the outside of the bread so it doesn't stick to these plates. In the microwave, I think it's about 3 or 4 minutes, and bosh, you get a toasted sandwich. Now again, like I say, for 20 quid, it feels quite substantial. There's no real... Yeah, it's like it feels similar to a silicone phone case, the material that it's made of. And again, that's metal. Is it going to work? Do you know what? Not sure. I will try it. Like I say, I'll probably have to do a video at home about it, but if anybody's got one, that's what you end up with for your 20 quids. If anybody's got one of these and they've used it, let me know in the comments down below if they're any good. So that's it. Like I say, it was 20 quid. Well, I think it's about 19 quid off Amazon. It has got some good reviews. I haven't read the reviews because I'd like to do a review on it myself, i.e. making a toasty in the thing. I just thought I'd do like a general unboxing just to obviously see what it's all about. It's good that it all comes to bits. That's going to make cleaning easier. Now, the only thing I'm worried about is obviously when you close it together like that, if the bread's too big, then surely you're going to get some sort of leakage out the sides. And then when you get to grab it out the microwave, you're going to get hot cheese or hot beans or whatever on your hands, which is going to bloody hurt, let's be honest. So I'm assuming you would have to cut the crusts off, or perhaps get a half loaf. You know, the supermarkets do these half loaves, smaller loaves. But yeah, I'll be interested to see if it actually works. It seems to go together okay. It doesn't feel cheap. It feels, I wouldn't say premium, but it feels like it's got something about it, if that makes sense. The silicon's nice. Like I say, it's proper silicon. It's not that cheap, horrible silicon. Durancoal, never heard of them. Yeah, so that's that. And again, there's the box, and that's what you get. Yeah, the reason I'm sceptical is, like I said, metal in a microwave. It doesn't say anything about the metal. I don't know if I can read that. Thermowave technology harnesses microwave energy to replicate traditional cooking methods, delivering crisp and flavourful results. And apparently I can register my product. Yeah, so like I say, that's it. So me and my lad are going to do a series of these. Again, instructions, we don't need them. I'm a bloke. So we're going to do a series of these reviews on different things that cook dinners. You know, you can make food in, i.e. for camping, fishing, etc. Camper vans, you know, I know a lot of people do camping in vans, don't they, van life and all that. And for fellow truck drivers. So there we are. I just thought I'd do a quick unboxing. Obviously I can't do anything with it because I haven't got the ingredients to make anything, but I will do a video on this and we'll see how it performs, because I'm interested in it to see what it... Now, as I've said, apologies again for the lack of content. It has been a difficult few weeks, me with my health and my lad with his exam prep and all that. Regarding more content, I've actually got I set up the DJI camera and I put it over, I can point, I put it over there on the back of the cab there, and I did a trial. I didn't upload the video because it was just a trial video to see if that perspective worked. It did, it worked, but it just looked, I don't know. I think there's better places I can put the camera. Obviously, I'm going to have a look around the truck and see where I can post it. If you have any ideas where I can put it, let me know, you know, to get the best videos. I've downloaded the app onto my phone, so I can literally control the camera from my phone, which is ideal because while I'm driving, I can't be reaching across there, can I? I've actually managed, well, my lad's actually managed to find a microphone as well, because when I put it over the back of the cab there, the audio was appalling. All you could hear was the wind noise in the truck and, you know, general noises of me driving along. So he's managed to find a DJI microphone that clips to your clothes. So we've ordered one of them. That should be coming tomorrow or Saturday. And then obviously after my recovery period has ended and I'm back in the truck, then we'll start and get some videos done. I posted the WSI Scania to the winner. I've not heard anything, so I assume he received it. If you did receive it, my old pal, just let me know that you got it. You know, I've not heard anything. I'm assuming it arrived okay. You've not messaged me to say otherwise, so hope you're enjoying that. We are going to do another giveaway when we reach another milestone in subscribers. Like I say, I don't want to go down the celebrity route of truck driving on YouTube. You know, I want to be different. I want to show the raw, uncut, when things go wrong. I posted when the truck broke down. Yeah, I got a lot of stick over it saying it's a daft, no wonder it broke down. Granted, you know, but I also got a lot of positive comments saying well done for posting it. You know, you need to show the not so glamorous side of truck driving. I'm going to do some reviews on truck stops where I stop, motorway services, etc. Obviously with the permission of the owners. You know, I can't just walk in there and start videoing because people get a bit ticky over it. I'm actually in talks with a Subaru dealer near myself. The idea is I went to an open day there to have a look around. They'd got an open day on, you know, laid on tea, coffee, cake and all that. So I went down. I mentioned that I have a YouTube channel. I'd like to come up and do a couple of videos on the Subaru Outback, okay, which used to come with a 2 litre or 2.5 litre turbo engine. They're now electric. So I think a comparison would be take my Subaru down there, which is a Japanese import, 2.5 litre turbo, 400 brake horse, I think it is, 400 odd brake horse, proper, you know, a proper car, and do a review on my Subaru and then do a review on the electric Subaru just to see the differences. Now I know a lot of people are going to say, well, electric's a way forward. Granted, it is, but not for me. You know, I travel to work. It's a 60 mile round, 60 mile there and 60 mile home again, because obviously I live in the West Midlands and I travel up to Nottingham. And when I get to work, there's nowhere to plug an electric car in. And yes, I know what people are going to say, you could plug it in at home. Yeah, I could do, but I live in a house where there's a public footpath, you know, a pavement between me and the road. So you can't go draping cables across. And yeah, people are going to say, well, find a charging point, plug your car in, and away you go. I don't like the idea of spending 50 to 60,000 pounds on an electric car and leaving it in a random car park. Maybe I'm a dinosaur, but I like petrol. I like diesel engines, petrol engines, you know where you are with them. So I'm actually in talks with them about popping up there and on a Saturday morning or a Sunday morning, whenever they're open, and they can accommodate me, and doing a video on that. Just my thoughts on electric Subarus. and then a video on my Subaru as well. Compare the two, the pros and cons of them both. And then my lad wants to do some aircraft YouTube. I've got quite a big air museum near myself, which I think would be good to get in there, getting a few aircraft, because I do like aircraft, but I'm a bit of a geek. And also do a bit more on the RC side. I commission build RC vehicles for people, Tamiya's, Kyosho's, Associated, you know, anything like that. And yeah, just try and get some content flowing. Like I say, I apologise for the lack of it over the past month or so, but things have just been manic. Moving forward with On Point Logistics, nothing's changed. I've still got the DAF, as you can see. Nothing's really changed. I've not met any of the management yet. I still answer to my old boss, who's still the transport manager. The only thing that has changed is we have to do a defect. We do a defect book. Now we do a defect sheet, but we also have to do a defect sheet for the trailer now, in case there's any damage, which I get when you're swapping trailers all the time. It's a trailer checklist, not a defect sheet, sorry, so for any damage. But we keep the same trailers all the time, so that's immaterial to me, so I don't bother filling that out. I obviously fill out the On Point Logistics defect sheet for the tractor unit, and I fill out my defect book, which is a legal requirement. And we did have screens in the cabs. It's a sat nav, it monitors your driving ability, etc, etc. Now the only problem I had with the screen was it kept flashing up a warning because I was idling too much. Obviously the engine's running. Well, it will do, because the engine has to run the PTO, to run the hydraulics, for me to tip and load whatever I'm loading on the walking floor. So the plan's flawed there. I have asked for uniform. As you see, I just wear normal t-shirt, jeans, etc. They did send some uniform, but it didn't fit. I've not had any uniform come back yet. So, I don't know. We'll see how we go. At the minute, everything's ticking along just nicely. You know, there's no pressure from On Point Logistics. I've spoke to a couple of drivers that I met on the services. They say they're fantastic to work for. As long as you do your job, keep your nose clean, look after your kit, you ain't gonna have a problem. The minute you start cocking about, then, you know, like every business, we've got a right to be on your case. So yeah, we're looking good in that aspect. Like I say, apologies again for the lack of content. It's just been a mad few weeks. I'm not going to be able to ride the motorbikes for at least 2 months, which is slightly annoying, but you know, this operation is a serious operation. I spoke to the consultant surgeon. I'm probably going to be in the operating theatre for 5 hours, I think he said, at the most 6 hours. So pretty nervous about it. I know I shouldn't be. I'm in the right place, you know, if anything goes wrong, but there's always that anxious wait, isn't there, until it's all done and dusted. Then we can get back on with it. He has said recovery time is probably a month, so I'm taking, obviously, time off work to recover properly. I will try and do a few videos. You know, I'll still be able to walk about. They have told me once the operation, I need to get up and get moving about. Don't lay in bed. You know, you need to be moving about. Let's get on with it, which I understand. So I probably will be able to do a walk around video of the Subaru or something, or the motorbikes or what have you. But there we go. So yeah, what I'll do is I shall probably keep you informed on things, and then we'll take it from there. Got to sort out the, like I say, this thing. I think I might do a review at home before I commit to using it in the truck, just in case it doesn't work and I don't want to be stuck out with no food. I'm skeptical about it, but you know, the videos I've watched on YouTube, etc., it makes a perfect toasty. So obviously that's going to make my life a lot easier if I get stuck anywhere, or I get stuck on a Friday night out, which sometimes happens. You know, sometimes it goes wrong. the day gets tits up and after night out on a Friday. Well, I only bring enough food for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you see, because I go home Friday. So it'd be handy to have that. All I've got to do is grab a loaf of bread and a bit of cheese. I can make some, toasted sandwiches. So we'll try that at home. I'll do a video on that from start to finish, and we'll see where we end up with it. Will it work? Don't know. The YouTube videos look good, but we'll see. So yeah, just sort of keep you up to date with that. There will be another giveaway. My lad's sorting it out, so I'll obviously let people know, etc., the situation with all that. And that's it really. So yeah, just a quick update video and a quick thing about this toasting thing, which we'll try. And yeah, hope you all have a good day, and I'll speak to you soon. Take it easy now.